generative AI, which is trained on existing artists' work without paying them for it, is designed entirely for corporations to cut out the artist from the work. Not just visual artists. Yeah. Ideally, they would like to get rid of all creatives and just replace them with middle management, or have much fewer staffs of creators. This mentality of good enough and the idea of AI replacing artists is going to happen. It's unavoidable. Economically, everyone is always, the first question you're asked when you're 5 is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's always about jobs. So I know that eventually, to maintain the corporate bottom line and to fulfill stockholders, that you're gonna get plenty of good enough, and they're gonna cut creative people out of it. And that's terrible. And I fear that we're gonna have a bloodbath in terms of how much creative artists are gonna be able to make, musicians and writers and visual artists. But I also feel like the salvation is doing that personal work. Even though most social media sites eventually wither and die, another one always comes up to replace it. There's always another place for creatives to talk directly with their audience. And so even if we end up in an area where corporate interests are going to dominate creative stuff, and we're going to lose a lot of creative people there to churn out content and slop, people still want to connect with creators whose work they value. And I feel like there's a path toward creating works where you're in direct contact with your audience. And that's the thing that's going to save all of our sanity. So while I know at one point we're going to lose the war, the beauty of it is you can still make stuff, and you can still find an audience that shares your love of what you make. When you crack the code on serving that compulsion inside of you that tells you to create, when you crack the code on that, it becomes just a great way to deal with really turbulent times.